Welcome to DeKei Studio.
We are a group of passionate Vietnamese creators with a deep love for our country's rich culture and history. It is our mission to share the beauty of Vietnamese culture not only with fellow Vietnamese, but also with friends around the world. Today, we are proud to introduce a brand new video series exploring the legends, folktales, and myths that have been passed down through generations in Vietnamese tradition. As a small team still growing and learning, we know there may be a few rough edges. We sincerely welcome your feedback and support to help us improve and keep creating better content. If you enjoy our work, please consider giving us a like, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell so you'll always know when a new video is up. And if you love the content, we'd be so thankful if you could share this video with your friends and community. To begin this journey into the heart of Vietnamese legends, let us go back to where it all began, the origin of the Vietnamese people and the founding of the ancient kingdom of Văn Lang. Through the tale of Children of the Dragon and the Fairy, the Vietnamese creation myth. Children of the Dragon and the Fairy, the Vietnamese creation myth. A long, long time ago, when the world was still young and the lands were wild and untouched, there was a magical kingdom known as Chich Quy, located in what is now northern Vietnam. The land was vast and rich, filled with towering mountains, winding rivers, and endless forests. It was home to many creatures, both ordinary and mystical. But among all those who lived there, none were as powerful and noble as Lac Long Quân, the Dragon Lord of the Seas. Lac Long Quân was no ordinary being. He was the son of a mighty dragon king who ruled the waters, and he himself had inherited great powers over the seas and storms. With a body that could transform between dragon and human, he was both fierce and kind, strong and wise. He roamed the lands of Chich Quy to protect the people from monsters and dark spirits that threatened them. One day, as Lac Long Quân wandered the forests and mountains, he heard tales of a beautiful and gentle fairy named Au Cơ. She lived high up in the mountains, far from the sea, and was known for her healing magic and her love for all living things. She was a descendant of the immortals and had never stepped foot in the lowlands before. When Lac Long Quân heard of her grace and goodness, his heart was moved, and he travelled to meet her. When the Dragon Lord and the Fairy Maiden met for the first time, it was as if the winds and waves themselves paused to watch. They were from two different worlds, he from the oceans and she from the highlands, but their hearts were drawn to one another like the sun and the moon. They spoke of their dreams, their hopes for the land, and the people they both protected. Their love blossomed like flowers in spring, and before long they were married. After their union, Au Cơ followed Lac Long Quân to the lowlands, where they built a peaceful and prosperous life together. Soon, Au Cơ gave birth not to just one child or two, but to a sacred pouch of 100 eggs. From these eggs, 100 healthy and intelligent children were born. These children were strong, brave, and gifted. They were not ordinary children. They were the descendants of both dragon and fairy, carrying within them the strength of the sea and the spirit of the mountains. Lac Long Quân and Au Cơ were overjoyed. They raised the children with love and care, teaching them the ways of the land, the sea, and the skies. For a time, their family lived in great happiness. But as the days passed, the Dragon Lord began to feel a longing deep within him, a calling from the vast ocean where he truly belonged. Meanwhile, Au Cơ felt most at home in the mountains and forests among the trees and the birds. Though they loved each other dearly, Lac Long Quân and Au Cơ realized they were too different in nature to live together forever. With heavy hearts, they made a decision for the good of their children and the future of the land. They called their 100 children together and said, "We are of different origins, you from the mountains, I from the sea. Though we love each other deeply, we must part ways. I shall take 50 of our children and return to the ocean, where I will teach them the wisdom of the waters. You will take the other 50 and go back to the highlands, where you will raise them with the knowledge of the earth and the skies." So they parted. Lolongquan led his 50 children to the east, to the coastlines and beyond, into the great oceans. There he taught them the ways of the sea, the movement of the tides, the power of the storms, and the secrets of the deep. Okur journeyed westward with the other 50 children into the mountains and valleys, where she taught them how to live with the land, how to grow crops, care for animals, and heal the sick. Among these children, the eldest son of Lolongquan and Okur proved to be a wise and noble leader. When the time came, he established the very first kingdom of the Vietnamese people, Văn Lang, and became its first ruler, known as King Hung Vuong. From him began the line of Hung kings, who would rule for generations and lead the people with the strength of dragons and the grace of fairies. To this day, the Vietnamese people proudly call themselves Con Rong Chau Tien, the children of the dragon and the fairy. They believe that within their hearts flows the courage of Lolongquan and the compassion of Okur. They remember this story not just as a tale of love and separation, but as a reminder of unity, of heritage, and of the balance between sea and land, strength and gentleness, dragon and fairy. And whenever the ocean waves crash upon the shore, or the mountain winds whisper through the forests, the people say it is the voices of Lolongquan and Okur, watching over their children, proud of what they have become.